What happens when two of Spain's most intelligent midfielders meet at the heart of a football team? Can Pedri's magic and Rodri's control create one of the most complete midfield combinations in modern football? One is the calm architect who can glide past defenders as if they aren't there. The other is the midfield commander who controls the tempo, wins battles, and makes difficult football look ridiculously simple. They are Pedri and Rodri, two different players, two different styles, but one footballing philosophy: control the game before the game controls you. Today, we're looking at why these two midfielders are so special. Let's start with Pedri. At just 23 years old, Pedri has already established himself as one of the most technically gifted midfielders of his generation. What makes Pedri different isn't simply his passing ability. It's the way he sees the game. When Pedri receives the ball, he seems to have an extra second compared to everyone else. Pressure comes from behind. He turns. A defender closes him down. He shifts the ball. Two players surround him. Somehow, he finds a way through. His close control, balance, vision, and ability to operate in tight spaces make him incredibly difficult to defend. But perhaps the most impressive thing about Pedri is his football intelligence. He doesn't always need to make the spectacular pass. Sometimes the smartest decision is a simple one: moving the ball, repositioning himself, and creating another passing option. That's classic Spanish football. Possession isn't just about keeping the ball, it's about controlling the opponent, and Pedri understands that perfectly. Now, on the other side, we have Rodri. If Pedri is the artist, Rodri is the architect. Rodri's game is built around control. He can dictate the tempo from deep, switch play with incredible accuracy, protect the defense, win possession, and arrive in dangerous positions. And there's something fascinating about Rodri. He doesn't need to run around like a maniac to dominate a midfield. Instead, he uses positioning and intelligence. He knows where to stand. He knows when to accelerate the game. He knows when to slow it down. And when the pressure is at its highest, Rodri often looks like the calmest player on the pitch. That composure is what makes him so valuable. He is not simply a defensive midfielder. He can create, he can score, he can control, and he can lead. Rodri has become the kind of player coaches dream about, a midfielder who can influence almost every phase of the game. So, what makes Pedri and Rodri such an interesting combination? Simple. They complement each other. Pedri operates with creativity, movement, and technical brilliance. Rodri provides structure, balance, physicality, and control. Think of it like this: Rodri is the foundation. Pedri is the creativity built on top of it. When Rodri wins the ball, Pedri can immediately become the link between midfield and attack. When Pedri moves forward, Rodri can remain behind and protect the team. One creates freedom. The other creates security. And that balance is extremely important in modern football, because you can't have 11 players attacking at the same time. Someone has to control the space, someone has to protect the team, and someone has to create the next opportunity. That is where these two midfielders become incredibly valuable. For Spain, this is more than just having two talented midfielders. It represents the continuation of a footballing identity. Spain has always valued technical ability, intelligent movement, passing, and possession. From the golden generation that won major international trophies to the new generation of stars, the philosophy remains clear. Control the ball, control the space, control the game. And Pedri and Rodri represent two different generations of that philosophy. Rodri brings experience and leadership. Pedri represents the future. And around them, Spain has a growing collection of exciting young talents who can turn possession into attacking danger. Imagine a midfield where Rodri controls the base, Pedri operates between the lines, and Spain's attackers are constantly moving around them. That is a nightmare for opponents, because if you chase the ball, Spain can pass around you. If If you sit deep, Pedri can find the spaces. And if you try to dominate midfield physically, Rodri can match you. So are Pedri and Rodri the perfect midfield partnership? Maybe there is no such thing as perfect, but there is something undeniable about these two. Pedri represents imagination. Rodri represents control. Pedri can unlock a defense with one touch. Rodri can control an entire match with his positioning. And together, they represent something bigger than individual talent, the evolution of Spanish football. The question now is not whether Pedri and Rodri are talented. We already know they are. The real question is, how many more great moments are these two midfielders going to create before their story is finished? Because if the future of Spanish football is built around players like Pedri and Rodri, the future looks very, very bright.